Hello and welcome to the Frontline Manager Leadership Program Welcome Orientation. My name is Kyle. I will be your academic advisor in this program. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you need anything. I am here to support you. In this video, we are going to be going over a number of topics. Here's the agenda. We will talk a little bit about who we are as a program. We'll get into some quick things to know about the program itself, look at what you're going to be learning about, the course structure, and then we will pivot to the technology side of things, looking at the different apps that we recommend students use, as well as how to log into Canvas, which is the website you are going to be using to complete this course. And then we will wrap up talking about some tips to be successful in the program and look at what is next in terms of the steps that you can take to get prepared for the start of the course on April 7th. But the first thing we wanted to do was just to take a second to celebrate you and your decision to take this course. We understand that you might have a lot of things going on in your life outside of this program. You might be working more than one job. You might have families. You might have other things going on, and yet you have still chosen to commit yourself to this program and to bettering yourself as a leader and a professional, and we applaud you for that. And we thank you for choosing our program in particular. We're really excited to have you here, and we really hope it's a great experience for you. Now, some quick things to know about the program. It is a 12-week long, fully online course, so you are going to access the entire course through this site called Canvas. Now, if you haven't gotten logged into Canvas just yet, we will show you in just a little bit how to do that. But I want you to know that there are no required textbooks in this course. You do not need to purchase anything additional. All of the materials that you will need will be available to you for free in Canvas. Now, when you finish the course, you will receive a certificate of completion that we will send to you via email, and you will also receive credit hours that you can either apply to another program here at the University of Denver, or you can transfer your credits to another school if you wish to continue your education elsewhere. And now, in terms of funding, you may already be aware that Target is fully funding you for the course. And if you are still working for Target come Monday, March 31st, so that's exactly 1 week before class starts, if something were to happen with your employment after that date, namely if you were to leave or be let go, you are still prepaid for at that point and can continue to take the course and finish it out and not have to pay anything to stay in it. If you have any questions about your eligibility at any point, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to clear it up for you. Now, you do have a great community of support in this program consisting of two people. You have your faculty coach, who is like your teacher or instructor for the program. This is the person you're going to be meeting with in one-on-one coaching sessions, as well as live class sessions, which we'll talk about in a few minutes here. But this is the person you can really go to for any questions you might have related to assignments, things you're learning about in class. If you want to get career advice from them, fun fact about our coaches is that many of them are professional career coaches in their spare time outside of this program. So we certainly encourage you to seek career advice from them as well. They're very knowledgeable people, very experienced with that kind of thing. You also have an advisor in this program who is myself. As your advisor, I'm like your guide on the side, meaning I can really help you with anything else you might need, whether that's technology issues, time management, or if you wanted to talk about continuing your education here at DU, would be happy to go over your options with you because there are other programs funded by Target here at DU. So just feel free to reach out to me if that's something you're interested in learning more about. But really just what I want you to take away from this slide is that there's two people, your coach and myself, who are here to support you in any way that we can. So just don't hesitate to reach out. Now, with what you're going to learn about in this course, you will see that the course is broken up into 4 sections, which we call modules. Each one is 3 weeks long, and each one has its own theme to it. So the first module is understanding yourself as a leader. That's where you're going to learn about your own strengths and areas of growth as a leader, as well as what your leadership style is like. The second module is communicating effectively and understanding others. So that's going to be about how to communicate across many different groups of people in different departments. Module 3 is managing high-performing teams. So that's going to be about how to build a great team and maintain a strong team culture. And then the last module is customer service and applying leadership practices. So that's going to be about customer service, fairly self-explanatory, but also about applying leadership practices, meaning thinking about how you're going to continue to develop and improve as a leader after this course is finished. Now, with what to expect in the course, you will notice that with the weekly course structure, throughout each week in the course, you will have readings and assignments that you are going to be doing. Your course weeks will start on Mondays and end on Sundays at the end of the day. So a general rule of thumb is that you will want to have your assignments submitted no later than end of day Sunday, the weeks that they're due. Now, every other week in the course, you will have a one-on-one leadership coaching session, which will be a time where you will get together, just you and your coach, via Zoom or a phone call, and you can get advice and guidance and mentorship on really anything you want to talk to them about. And those coaching sessions will be about 30 minutes long each time. Again, it's once every 2 weeks in the course. Now, the live class sessions, you will have once each week in the course. And that will be a time where you will get together with your coach and your classmates on a Zoom call, and you will go through a live lesson together. That live class session will be about an hour to an hour and a half long each time. And the way the date and time is going to be decided for that live session is the week before class starts. So that's the week of March 31st. You and your classmates will see that there will be a survey posted in your course in Canvas with a bunch of dates and times listed that your coach is available to teach. So you will go in that week leading up to class starting on April 7th and fill out that survey to vote on what dates and times work best for your schedule. And whichever date and time gets the most votes is what your coach will ultimately go with. They will post the results of that survey on the Sunday before class starts. So that would be April 6th. And if the date and time that's ultimately decided doesn't work for your schedule, just know that all of those class sessions will be recorded and the video will be posted in Canvas so you can go back and watch it and you're not missing out on anything. You're not going to be docked any points for not being at the live sessions. Really, as long as you're watching the recordings, you're effectively not missing out on any information. Now, with the assignments, you are going to have between 2 and 3 of them each week, depending on if you are scheduled for a coaching session that week. In those coaching session weeks, we ask that you submit a reflection assignment, just summarizing in a couple paragraphs what you talked about with your coach and what you got out of that conversation. But all of your assignments will be short form written assignments, meaning there are no tests or quizzes. There's no essays. It's all just a few paragraphs each, written paragraphs for each of these assignments that you are going to have. Now, with the leadership coaching sessions, again, it's once every 2 weeks that you'll have them. It'll be about 30 minutes long each time. The way you're going to schedule that is you will see that your coach will post a link to their calendar in the course. You are going to go in to that link the weeks that you have your coaching sessions. You'll see the dates and times that are available that week and then select one that works for you and sign up for it. If in any given week you go in and your coach doesn't have any availability that works for you, just reach out to them and let them know, and they would be happy to come up with a date and time that would work for the both of you to meet. Now, the common topics that students will discuss in these coaching sessions are more career-focused topics. So talking about your career goals, talking about things going on at work, like conflict resolution, for example, getting help with your interview skills or with your resume. We do find that these coaching sessions are best spent talking about those more career-oriented topics. Of course, if you have a question on an assignment or something like that, feel free to talk to your coach about that as well. But we do try to encourage you to talk about those career-focused topics as well. Now, one last thing on these coaching sessions is that the discussion that you're going to have with your coach in these meetings is completely between you and them. They're not going to share it with Target. They're not going to share it with your classmates. So just know that that conversation will stay between you two. Now, pivoting to the technology side of things, because this course is fully online, you can do it on any device that accesses the internet. That's a computer, a laptop, tablet, or even your smartphone. If you are going to use a computer, you would want to access Canvas by going to the browser on your device and going to the Canvas website, which is canvas.du.edu. On a mobile device like a tablet or a phone, you can also access Canvas through the Canvas Student app. The Canvas Student app is free to download. You can get it on any device, whether it's Apple or Android. You can download it for free from your app store. And it's really going to lay out Canvas nicer than if you were to try to access Canvas from the browser on your mobile device. So definitely encourage you to download that Canvas Student app. Microsoft 365 Copilot is another perk that you get for free as a DU student. That is formerly known as Office 365, but you get access to the entire Microsoft suite for free as a DU student. So that's Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all of it. There's a couple different ways that you can access it. If you're on a computer, you can go to Office 365 canvas.du.edu, or on a phone or tablet, you can download the Microsoft 365 Copilot app. And either way, you're going to log in using your DU email and the same password you use to log into Canvas, and that will allow you to access all of those Microsoft apps for free. Now, with accessing your course, you should have received login instructions from our IT email account called support@du.edu. Make sure to check your junk or spam folder if you have not received that yet, in case it got sent there on accident. If you still can't find it, feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to get that information for you. But to activate your DU account, you're going to put in that DU email address and the activation code you were given, and then you're going to be prompted to create a password. And I would recommend writing that password down somewhere or saving it on your phone or computer somewhere, because that is the same password you are going to use to log into Canvas and Microsoft 365 and MyDU. So definitely encourage you to write that down so you don't forget it. If you ever do forget your password, though, you can reset that by going to the MyDU website, which is my.du.edu, and select the Forgot Your Password option below the login button there, and it'll walk you through how to reset that. Once you are done setting up your initial password, you're going to be prompted to link your Duo Security account. Now, Duo Security is an extra security step to keep your information safe. We call it two-factor authentication, and you'll be given a few different options to link your Duo account. You'll have the option to download the Duo mobile app to get push notifications, enter your phone number to receive a phone call, or enter a bypass code. Do not select the bypass code option. It does not work. You have to contact IT to get that. So either download the Duo mobile app or enter your phone number. It's going to be the easiest way to link your Duo security account. But once you're done linking that, then you will be able to get logged into Canvas. And I want to show you on my screen what your Canvas dashboard is going to look like. You are going to see, depending on if you or when you log into Canvas, between 2 and 3 courses in there, maybe 3 or 4. You will see this active shooter preparedness training, which you do not need to worry about completing. That is only concerning students that are taking courses on campus with us. You may also see this cash course. The cash course is just a free course that DU created and rolled out to all DU students, really just giving you some financial tips and tricks. Feel free to look at that, but you do not have to worry about completing that either. The PSC Student Success course is designed to help you get comfortable with Canvas and with online learning and give you some great tools and resources to help you be successful in the program. So I certainly encourage you to complete that. If you complete it before or by the end of the day on Monday, April 14th, so that's week 2 of the Frontline Manager Essentials course, if you have this Student Success course completed by then, you get 15 extra credit points for completing it. So I definitely encourage you to do that for some easy extra credit. And then you may also see this Frontline Managers Essentials course. This is the main course that you are going to be doing. This is the one that starts on Monday, April 7th. If you have logged into, or if you are logging into Canvas after Monday, March 31st, you should see this in your dashboard. If you're logging in before the 31st, you will not see this pop up until then. But that Monday, March 31st date is when you'll get access to this Frontline Manager Essentials course. So you'll be able to go in there, click around, see what you're going to learn about. In that week leading up to class starting, you will want to go and vote for that live class session date and time using that survey that I mentioned earlier in this video. So definitely encourage you to do that. But again, this will not be available to you until March 31st. Getting back to the PowerPoint, couple tips to set yourself up for success. First thing is to be intentional with your time. We recommend setting aside about 5 hours a week to do the assignments and readings. Some weeks might take a little more time than that. Some weeks might take a little less time than that. Kind of a general baseline is just to set aside about 5 hours a week to make sure that you're setting aside time to focus on the course each week. Downloading the Canvas Student app, again, lets you take the entire course with you wherever you are. So definitely encourage you to download that. Completing the Student Success course gives you some great tools and resources to help you be successful in the program. And you get 15 extra credit points for completing it as long as it's done by Monday, April 14th. And then attending a preview session. I haven't mentioned our preview sessions just yet, but they are a Zoom call where we are going to walk you through everything you need to know about how to navigate this course in Canvas. So we'll show you where to find your reading pages, where to find your assignment pages, how to submit assignments, schedule your coaching sessions, vote for your live class session date and time, like everything you'll need to know, we will talk about in these preview sessions. We certainly encourage you to attend one for a couple reasons. We have found that an overwhelming majority of students that attend one go on to successfully complete the program. And also in these preview sessions, we will talk about how to complete a bonus assignment that you can do to earn up to 10 extra credit points for completing that. So another opportunity for you to earn some extra credits. Now, there's a few different ways that you can get signed up for one if you haven't done so already. I did send out information in early March about signing up for a preview session. So you can refer to that email, or in the student success course, there's also a link to sign up for a preview session on the page that says 5 actions to complete immediately. So definitely encourage you to do that if you have not done so already. Lastly, what is next? You have done the first step, which is watching the orientation video. Next thing you'll want to do is get logged into Canvas and MyDU, and then get started on that student success course so you can get some extra credit. The week of March 31st is when you'll gain access to the Frontline Managers Essentials course. So you'll see it pop up in your Canvas dashboard, and we are hosting the preview sessions that week. So get signed up for one of those. Your course dates are April 7th to June 27th. And then after the course is done, between June 28th and August 22nd, you will have the option to do up to 3 additional one-on-one coaching sessions. So if you're finishing up with the course and you were loving the coaching sessions while you're in the course, good news for you. You have the option to do 3 more after the course is done in that time frame there. So I always encourage students to take every chance you can to do these coaching sessions while you're in the course and after the course is done as well. It really is how you are going to get the most out of this program. And then lastly, this is my contact information. If you ever need to get a hold of me, my email is here. This is my phone number to call me. If you ever need to call this number. There's a link to schedule an appointment with me if you wanted to put some time on my calendar for a Zoom or a phone call. If you have not gotten a copy of this PowerPoint, feel free to ask, and I can get you a copy of this as well. And then you should have also received a welcome text from me when you were admitted into the program. You can text that number. That goes right to me. Really, whatever way you feel comfortable communicating with me is totally fine with me. But that is all I have for you in this welcome orientation video. If you have any questions or need any support throughout your time in the program, please feel free to reach out to me. I am here to support you, and have a lovely rest of your day.